live, and we're live once again. I am Redbeard the Hip, back at you with another live stream podcast thing from the random squirrel thoughts of my mind, with all kinds of different things that are going on, like, for instance, the title of this, which we will get back to later, and just the random things that have been said throughout the last few days, weeks, months, and years. I don't really know where the hell I'm going with this, so it is definitely one of those things that we're going to just kind of figure. What the hell? AI is so goddamn weird. I'm over here trying to get to a post so I can be able to talk about all the random things that are going on throughout the different let's see, different shows that are coming up, different things that are coming up, and obviously, there is the workplace thing that will make everything. And also, make sure you share the post of Odorous Orungus. There's no reason to share him. Just gets him on the internet, gets people to go, "What the fuck is wrong with these people?" It's the main reason why we do these things. It works. It's funny, and it's a good time. Let's see. Apparently, I have turned down the brightness all I possibly can on this little lighty thing that is making me look way fucking paler than I should. Oh yeah. Back to what I was doing with the random. What the hell is? Oh, damn! I got my work cut out for this week. Throughout the week, every week I post about an update on my Facebook Live page, Facebook Live, my Facebook page, talking about different shows that are coming up. And this time I got a new record of 57 fucking posts. Good Lord. That is a lot of show flyers. And I don't think a lot of them have doubled up throughout the thing. So that's going to make it very interesting. My nose itches. Who you are thinking about me? Oh. And one of the cats is using the litter box. All right. So we're going to go ahead and vape really quick. We're going to randomly talk about stupid shit like the weather and it being fucking bipolar as hell. I'm pretty sure that Mother Nature is in some kind of custody battle between summer and winter, because it's 80, it's 20, it's 60, it's 30. Like, make up your goddamn mind on which fucking temperature you're going to choose. It is, I'm done with this cold shit. Tuesday, it was fucking snowing and having flurries. And yeah, I'm over it. My kid literally comes down and goes, "Dad, it's snowing outside." And I went, "Oh, hell no. I'm not going to work. Fuck this shit." I was done with it. I'm over snow. Way beyond. I had enough this winter already. Tried to drive in it a couple times. Tried killing myself in it a couple times. Well, actually, no, I didn't try to kill myself in it this year. This year was there snow on the ground? Fuck this. I'm staying home. I'm not driving to work. Work is 30 minutes away. And I didn't feel like it because I didn't want to drive that goddamn far. I thought it was stupid. I didn't feel like it. I was not in the mood to deal with it because I just didn't fucking want to. Plus, it's snowing outside and I can stay home and work on stuff. Which also at the same point in time is why my trash can spent the last 6 months in front of my house rather than behind my house, because I was not going to drag it through fucking snowdrifts. If it started snowing, that trash can came right up to the front because I don't care. I'm not dragging it through 3 feet of fucking snow on the snowdrifts and everything like that because that's fucking stupid. I don't feel like it. I'm not doing it. And it's bullshit. So, like, for instance, Monday hit a record high in Omaha, Nebraska of 80 degrees. The next day, it was 27 goddamn degrees and there was frost on my windshield. That's why I'm definitely agreeing that there is a. Oh, good Lord. I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe I should probably stop drinking so much soda. And I should go back to the H2O. We will go ahead and get some H2O in me. Ah, the H2O is in the. Oh, there's a hole in my shirt. They don't make them like they used to. I bought this in like 1998 at Gadzooks, which I said Gadzooks, and my kids had no fucking clue what that place was. That was the cool store to go to back in the day where all the brand name badassery stuff was at. This shirt is like 26 years old and it now has a hole in it. I'm slightly disappointed. It will probably end up on something: quilt, pants, coat, something. It will be immortalized on something else, which is going to suck because I'm needing to start buying those pants a whole lot bigger than they should. So, in case I gain or lose weight, I can still continue to wear them, even if I need a belt and suspenders or both, because I'm a guy and guys have no asses. Because we literally have worked our ass off, worried our ass off, and all that stuff. So, every guy you see, none of us have any kind of badonkadonks. Only the women have the badonkadonks. The guys do not have the badonkadonks because I don't know why girls have badonkadonks and guys don't have badonkadonks, but I would rather look at a girl's badonkadonk than a guy's badonkadonk every fucking day. Show me a girl with a badonkadonk, I'm looking at it. I'm a guy. I'm a lesbian. I want that to be known. I'm trying to be politically correct. I am a lesbian and have identified as a lesbian since I was in high school because I like pussy and I don't like dick. So, therefore, that is what I identify as. Anybody that is tuning in and new to my random shit, this is the way that I am 90% of the time. The 10% of the time is when I'm asleep, and that is me sleeping, and the random thoughts are not, well, they might be going, but I don't know that they're going. I am this exact same way at work, hinting why I posted that I am going to get stoned on February 30th. And the safety guy made the joke about it that I triggered him, which I thought was funny. I ran into him yesterday and he's like, "You're just asking for somebody to do something." I was like, "No, I'm trying to get a fucking random UA just because, like, oh yeah, we aren't paying attention to your Facebook page." I also tried getting out of doing work related cleaning, which did not fucking work because I wrote "fuck you" in the dirt, and I still had to go clean the damn thing. But my lead man just kind of looks at me and goes, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?" So then I had to take a picture of it. Then I posted it, and well, then my grammar Nazi daughter decided to tell me that I spelled loser wrong, which I don't really care. She's like, "I would have said something, but I didn't want people to think that I'm the only one being a grammar Nazi on your stuff." So, and I don't know where grammar Nazi into this one. We have March 22nd at 7 o'clock, Witch Cradle, Vehicles, and Pretend Friend with special guest Santi Soul. It's a free show at Kirby's Beer Store in Wichita, Kansas. That is the first one. Also, on April 20th at Barleycorns in Wichita, Kansas, we have Witch Cradle, Waysay Oblique, Ether, and Dead Shoes. There's a $10 cover, and that is also in Wichita. And let's see. For the beginning of this one, it's the North South Warriors Fest open AJR, Four Farms and Cedar Hills, something. Friday, July 5th, it's Bigfoot Roll. Let's see. Bigfoot Roll with Sounds of Metal, Anguish, Blackwater Down, Modern Primate, Black Sheep Rhythm, Deadly Ascension, Tabula Rasa, and Sinfire. And Saturday, July 6th, there is Us, All Your Sins, Guerrilla Warfare, Gravehuffer, which those guys are fucking awesome. Let's see. Grand Sean, Astrolio, Deface the Dream, After Party, Revision, Revised. Oh shit. Hit the wrong damn button. Yes, I'm reading these off of these because I don't have a cool second monitor to check all this stuff out. Let's see. Creek Devil, The Low, Cathul, Alt, Death Holler, Grim 76, Dragoo, Mass Hatred, and Dead End Irony. So that is a 2-day festival that seems to be, it's a pretty impressive lineup. So we're gonna set over here and randomly go into the other stuff. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about now, but Yeah, it's always funny watching how how YouTube will sit there and I'll be talking and all of a sudden there's someone on there and then there's no one on there and then there's someone on there and then there's no one on there. And so always makes it quite interesting to figure out what the hell is going on. If there are people out there, if there are not people out there. So kind of have to tune in to seeing what the hell is going on different things. So definitely makes it interesting. I'm moving things around so I can have all this other stuff put up here. So it's all fine and dandy. It says one person's watching. I do not know. So if you're there, type a comment, leave a comment, say something. Because this way I know that I can interact with people and do my randomness shit. One of the coolest things today was when I was getting ready to post about the podcast and uh, promote it on my Facebook page. I had, let's see, Willie from Why Bother. There was Gravestone Official and Juicy all shared my post to help promote. So I want to give a shout out to those three guys for sharing my post and kind of making me feel very humble and fortunate that I have friends that are supporting me in the way that I support them. And it is an awesome feeling to have those kind of friends to be able to do these things with. Because without those kind of friends and people like that, it would make this 10 times more challenging and difficult to know exactly what is going on with different things. So there's been a huge support. I ended up recently just getting into a face girl, a Facebook group, and that response saying that I do reaction review videos, interviews, live band performances, photography, and everything. There's been a very large amount of people subscribing to the channel and different people reaching out. So my work coming up here in the next few weeks is drastically going to be going through the fucking roof. I'm going to have to dig really far down and find some energy to be able to get home after a boring ass day of standing around with my thumb in my ass, like today, which they couldn't have done an update to our system software that was going to take 4 hours. Keep in mind, we have a tour coming through. We had a tour coming through at 9 o'clock this morning. They decided to start the update at 8:45. I work with some really fucking smart people who are very severely mentally damaged and have no concept of thought process or thinking or, I don't know, deductive reasoning. We'll just go with that. Like, okay, we're having a tour come through for people to buy part and to get contracts so we can continue to keep having work. And they decided, hey, right now would be a great time to do all the system updates. Like, you couldn't do this on a Friday. Like, I mean, really, if this would have happened on a Friday at 8:45, me and the other operator, keep in mind the other operator has been there for 46 Ew. ah 46 years. And we literally both look at each other and go, this is fucking stupid. Because we couldn't move any of the material, we couldn't run anything. It just big fucking gigantic clusterfuck. So we literally look at each other and go, you know what? If this would have been a Friday, we would have both just been like, see ya, we're beginning a 4-day weekend early. Well, you guys should say, no, 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 fuck this shit's broke. I'm going home. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Oh, my eyeball hurt. I don't know what I did to my eyeball. My eyeball hurt. Huh. There's something in my eyeball and not eyeball or contact. But yeah, that so I stood around a lot today, responded back to messages, got some inquiries. Saturday I'm going to try to pull a feat if it is humanly fucking possible. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. But basically where I live there is a concert and there is a concert in the town that I work at in Grand Island. Grand Island is uh they asked me to do this one, then I found out about this other one. So there's also incentives to do the one at Dyson's Upper Deck, which is Deja Vu is going to be playing there. They're one of the top cover artists in Nebraska, or so their website says. So they asked me to do some photography work because I really liked what I'm doing with uh like Sunny and with the guys in Audacious and Humboldt Quid and let's see, for the very first time, uh yeah, and Audacious, uh they like my photography and they wanted me to come out and do do a shoot for them. So I said I would, and then I found about this show. So I'm gonna try to see, as long as I can get good shots and I'm happy with the shots and not rushing myself to be like, okay, this is a cover artist, this is a metal show. Like, rather than trying to rush back, I'm still gonna do the best work that I possibly can. And if I can make it back, that'd be great. Be able to go, hey, look, I hit 2 shows, same night, 2 different cities. Just add that to my list of random shit that I can do, like 3 different concerts in 2 nights. That was the first one. That was kind of an important milestone for me. And then I've hit multiple festivals where it's like 10, 15 bands and 2 stages and single stages. And then I hit 30 bands in 2 days through 6 different venues in the same town. Granted, all those venues are within walking distance, and hopefully next February I can go back up there and really see how many bands I can act. Like, if I'm not walking back a quarter mile to catch a band show or a gig, and just walking around in the area, being able to, nail just those local ones, see how many bands I can actually record and take photos of, which I think would be quite an interesting challenge to see how many I can actually pull off. Plus, Luna puts on is associated with that, and she does the local bandwidth. With If you've paid attention to anything in Lincoln, Nebraska, she is phenomenal. She is awesome. She does a lot of stuff for the local scene up there. So we're gonna give Luna a shout out during this podcast. So she works for a radio station. I can't remember which one. We've randomly talked. I ended up seeing her at the Pantera show, and we saw each other and talked for a little bit. It was a cool time because people are looking at her and me, and like just ended up running into the guys from the Cosmic Brewery in Lincoln who also have a bunch of shows coming up. And that was kind of a cool thing because I was like, oh, yeah, I follow you guys on Facebook. And I introduced myself as Redbeard the Hippie. And they're like, we know who you are. We're hoping we can get you at one of our shows. So I thought that was a really cool gesture that apparently what I'm doing is uh, bar owners and people like that are starting to take notice of what I'm doing. So that's a really cool feeling. Oh, let's see. What else have we been talking about? Let's see. We'll go ahead and hit up a few more shows because let's see. We have Grave Huffer of Shantis, Born of Decay, Bury Thy Wicked at the Night Shop in Illinois, in downtown Bloomington. I think that's what it was. Downtown Bloomington. Oh yeah, there it is. Bloomington, Illinois, at the Night Shop. That is, oh shit, when was that? Uh July 5th. So July 5th in Illinois. Wonder how far Illinois is from Nebraska. Huh. Let's see. We have Pantheon and Gravehuffer at the Iron Horse Records. It's in Van Buren, Arizona. Or no, Arkansas. Arkansas. My bad. My bad. Brain's a little tired. Sometimes trying to remember what states go with what initials is a little tough. So Van Buren, Arkansas. So let's see. And we also have Imagine, who is part of the Ladies of Rock or Ladies of Metal Friday, May 17th in Casper, Wyoming. I know Casper's only like 4 hours from where I'm at. So May 17th. No, I won't be able to make that. I think I have an event or an important thing going on that day, so I'm gonna have to kind of hold off on seeing what in a couple weeks is going on. We also have Early Moose, Stony Doom, Tenant at the Bottleneck in Lawrence on April 11th. That is an all age show, so that's going to be definitely a good time. And we shall go back into the randomness of random. I still have no idea if anybody's on because, well, it, it shows up in my little corner that nobody is watching my feed. So I'm just going to keep rambling. If people want to, they can check it out. If they don't want to check it out, cool, much appreciated. Either way, so who the hell sent me a friend request 2 days ago? Yeah, I gotta update this one. So I'm just gonna keep randomly talking about randomness. There is some other things that I'm going to have to. Good lord. There are some other things I'm going to have to set up here coming up soon. Different whatchamadoodle things. So we're just gonna kind of see where things go with that. There is, like I said, I got 50 some shows to ramble through in this podcast. And I don't really know when I'm going to end this, but I know I'm not going to end it yet because, well, you got to keep rambling on about randomness. So, and see, that is where the advantage of my parents gave me the gift of gab is to just randomly talk about everything and nothing all at the same time because it's one of those innate skills that I have that most people don't know how to do it. I luckily do know how to do just rambling about nonsense. Plus, it kind of helps out with having kids where trying to figure out the nonsense is the biggest prime example of what the fuck is going on with having children. Usually my children are the ones who are coming up with the random off the wall goofy shit that makes absolutely no sense. And well, this will explain where they get it from. The other day I was laying on my bed, my daughter's in the room talking with me. She knows that I'm playing Magic the Gathering on my phone. Yes, I play Magic the Gathering on my phone. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's a fun game, and my nerdy tattooed friend at work who looks like he could beat the shit out of you, also plays and got me into it. So, yes, he is a fucking nerd. So am I. And I take pride in that. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're here. I know you're late, but we also know how I already gave you a shout. I gave you guys a shout out, you Gravestone and Juicy from Evil Shadows, because of the posts and the sharing of the content, which I greatly appreciate. But back to the randomness that we were going with. Let's see. Children playing Magic the Gathering. I was playing Magic the Gathering, and I start getting my ass kicked in my game, and I get hit with something. I don't remember what it was on the game, and I literally go, "That penis butthole." My daughter's laughing hysterically because apparently penis butthole is a funny fucking phrase. And now penis butthole is the phrase of the house that has amassed into it. She's told me to call her older sister a penis butthole, which I have, and she goes, "Where did you come up with this?" I was like, "Off the top of my head, I'm proud of myself. I came up with that one." And my oldest daughter thinks I'm out of my fucking mind too. So, I mean, I was perfectly sane-ish. Nah, I wasn't sane. Ask my parents. They'll tell you I was not always this. I was usually this crazy. But with being crazy is perfectly fine. It makes things interesting and unique. And penis butthole had replaced the previous phrase of "go suck an egg out of a dog's butthole," which that was also my phrase that my ex worked from home doing like the telecommunication thing, selling stuff. I don't remember all what it was, but she was in between calls and I said that, and they recorded that part because you could hear it through the microphone. So they play it back during all the training services. So uh me being me is it's not the first time I've been used as a training example. It probably will not be the last time I'm used as a training example. And I'm pretty sure that I am used as an example through work of like, see this guy, he knows what he's doing, but don't listen to a fucking thing he says. Like when you tell somebody, when they go, "Is this stainless steel?" And you go, "No, it's aluminum steel or stainless aluminum." And they finally have to start looking at you and going, "Are you serious or not?" Yes, I am dead serious. It is galvanized aluminum steel. Don't let it rust, but you can throw it in the dumpster. You figure out which one it is. Don't fuck it up because you'll have to dig it out. Speaking of dumpster diving, I had to go dumpster diving because somebody threw one of the parts away that we cut. That was so much fun at 7:30 this morning. But I did pull a red from that '70s show, and I said if he threw that part away, I was going to come back in and put a foot in his ass, which I proceeded to come back in and put a foot in his ass. Granted, the dude is 4 foot fucking tall and ran away from me. Little dude with little legs moves really fucking fast. Either that or I'm just too old and crippled to fucking care. One of the two. But yes, not the first time I've dumpster dive. Also, where the fuck is this show at? Saturday at the Pure HXC. Saturday, March 2nd. It is Pissant. Pink Pout. Ask a punk for the address. I don't know where the address is, but obviously, if somebody knows where this address is, it'd be grateful helpful. There's Shakedown, Capped, and Dropped at Birth are going to be performing at this one. It's also $5 at the show. This one is April 2nd. It is Folsom and Letsum with their Blood in the Water tour 2024 with Tin Dead. Those guys are fucking awesome. If you haven't checked out Tin Dead, they are fucking cool as shit. And their drummer is one of the coolest ladies ever because she looks like a soccer mom and plays metal. And she is awesome and funny as hell, too. That whole group is just a great group of people. There's also Siphon, who is going to be playing Dollar High. Those guys are brutal as fuck. And Orcales, which that is at the 1867 in Lincoln. Also, Amistad AE is going to be playing in Pittsburgh on Friday, which I've also talked to one of the guys down there. Shit, I can't remember the name. He does a Friday night where it's like once a month they do like this live music thing, which I think is a really cool thing to have. Like the southern part, like every part of the state of Kansas and Nebraska has different things going on, and it's always awesome. And they did ask me if one of these times I could make a trip down there, and I was like, dude, that's like a 6-hour drive for me. So even if I leave at 2:30 straight from work, I won't be there till like 9 o'clock at my best. And I'm going to be exhausted from that drive because there's no straight fucking path. It'd be nice to make it down there, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Also, in fall, Scorned and Rant is going to be at Fayetteville in Arkansas. Probably said the name of that town wrong, but Rant is fucking awesome. Scorned is cool as shit. I did a reaction review video for both. Actually, I've done a couple for Rant and one for Scorned, which those guys are really good. The filling station in Grand Island. This Saturday, March 2nd, 8 to 12. Drive Cycle. Energy Music. Okay, maybe I can see if I can hit 3 fucking shows in 2 different towns. I'm gonna try to make that one now. I'm actually intrigued on that one. I didn't even realize they were doing stuff at the filling station. Medicine Hat in Alberta. That would be Alberta, Canada. See, so far I've already hit the United States, different parts. Let's see. There is Harbor City Metal Invasion with Lucid Karma, Fly the Insect, and there is one band. Don't have the slightest clue, but that is Saturday, March 16th at the Globe in Nanaimo. Pretty sure that's in Canada as well. That is also from Royalty Entertainment. So I've been talking to that guy a lot lately. Hopefully, I can do some stuff with him. That'd be fucking cool as hell. I also need to finish filling out the application for the online magazine thing. I've been a little busy and been really, really tired. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, I might need a passport for this one. June 14th and 15th. Where the fuck is this one at? I'm now intrigued. Medicine Hat, outdoor stage. Shit. This one is the Alternative Waves 2024 Music Fest. Maybe I can get a fucking plane ticket. Plane ticket and a passport to Canada so I can go record a show. Then I'll do international. That would be fucking cool. Oh, let's see. There's Citizen Rage, Bring on the Storm, Rising Ruins. Oh, jeez. I gotta try to zoom in on this. Without Merch, No More Moments, Reject, Devil's Son, Grizzly Trail, shit, Alien in the Ignorant, Lucid Karma. Oh, god damn it. Trying to zoom in on this thing. Floodgate, PA, Golden something, Chairman. Jesus. This is actually a bang. Mixed Blame, Western Death, Passing Pluto, Buns, Stonegate, Normans. It's Mormons. Mormons, something. But that is definitely a fucking banger of a lineup. Maybe I can get with him and be like, hey, I come cover this. Give me a plane trip to Canada. But then I have to get a fucking passport and have to figure out how to do all that shit. Also, every Friday, I'm going to stop at this one and go back into random stuff. Literally could do just a podcast solely on all the bands and flyers and venues. The best of 2023 releases the Metal Manifesto, including local bands Chasing Supernova, Siphon, and Jody Kermod. So yeah, kzum.org. Check that out. It's an online radio station. I've covered John Cruz is. I notice every area has like those super fans and those just diehard fans, and it doesn't matter what kind of music is. John Cruz is one of those guys. He does volunteer radio show at KZUM, who he won an award this year for like best volunteer radio DJ. Which shout out to John, you fucking deserve it. He puts on a benefit show every few months, which I've had the fortune and privilege to be at. Like, I think I've been to like 5 of them. He's always got killer lineups. Dude is phenomenal at music and his knowledge of music, and just a great all around guy. There's James Fecht in Lincoln, Nebraska, or in Kearney. James is in Kearney. John is in Lincoln, Omaha. So James is the same type, diehard music fan, is at all the shows. Like, they both go to a shit ton of shows. Like, I wish I could have that level of I'm going to shows as those two guys do. They are phenomenal people. There's Metal Mom in Salina, Kansas, who will hit up about every show that she possibly can. So it's always great seeing those diehard people that are out there supporting, doing what they do. Most of them put on music fests. Speaking of Metal Mom, for her 50th birthday, this was years and years ago, like 2. We're going to go 2 years. We're just going to say that because I don't need her kicking my ass. 2 years ago, when I was like 24, 25, somewhere in there, we did her 50th birthday party. Keep in mind, I am almost 40. She is like 30. We'll just go with that. 30 is a safe number for that. Hey, better late than never. Kind of like a period. At least you guys showed up. Then you don't have to stress. Oh, Jesus Christ, like everybody's hopping on all of a sudden. But yeah, those diehard super fans, always great to see. Yes, I am rocking. Should have put on there like fucking Budweiser. Should have tagged Budweiser in this. I could promote Budweiser. Not going to drink Budweiser, but I'm going to promote Budweiser. Drink responsibly and make sure you have a DD, because a DUI is fucking expensive. And then your car insurance goes up and then you go to jail and it sucks. I have not gotten one of those. I do have a not best story, but I have a ticket where I was fortunate enough to not get a DUI, but I still have that goddamn ticket and it is up on my wall as a daily reminder of don't be fucking stupid. I got lucky. I got my free get out of jail free ticket And I still have that motherfucker, and it hangs up as a daily reminder of don't do that. After that, I made sure I walked. Because if you walk home from the bar, nobody can ask you for a ride home. Like, hey, man, do you think you can give me a ride home? No, man, I'm walking, motherfucker. I got a mile and a half to walk. It'll take me 4 hours to get across this town. I'm leaving at 2. I should be home by 3:30. Usually was how it always worked, but it was always definitely interesting for sure. Not my crowning proudest moments. And Juicy also does an Irish jig. If you haven't checked it out, go over to Evil Shadows and check out him doing the Irish jig. I've not gotten all the way through the video because I was at work and trying to hide and make it look like I was doing something. And needless to say, I've gotten caught on my phone a few times. And when they said there was a tour walking through today, I made sure I was not on my phone too much, or at least too much in the view of all the important people walking. So Evil Shadows does an Irish jig. In case you were wondering, yes, I'm like Smokey and the Bandit. I think I shall ramble on a little bit more. Gee, I don't think I've gotten near all these flyers, all these show flyers done. I ended up having like 53, so I'm gonna have to save them all to my phone, make a post, get it posted for tomorrow, so that I can fucking share the shit out of it on all these other sites that I'm on. Because yeah, it's this week has been phenomenal with people hitting me up on that one. Uh Also, because if you haven't watched the interview already, I did one with Matt Bueller and Kelly from Galdar. I think I said it right. I probably still haven't. I'm still gonna probably they're doing Freya Fest in Wichita on March 7th and 8th or 8th and 9th, somewhere like that. It's Friday, Saturday. I'm looking at taking off work early because when you have like 100 hours of vacation time, and we are not busy one bit, so I might as well use my vacation time while I can before they start bumping us up. Like we do get bumped up to more hours than this way, because once you hit 40 hours, you are not taking time off unless it's like major medical thing, like kid went to the hospital. I'll be there in 2 hours. Why 2 hours? Because I'm already on 40, and 2 hours will get me up to that 45 mark, and we could sure use that extra little cash right now. So, kid's gonna have to wait. Put some band-aids on it. They'll be fine. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off, give them a stick, they'll be all right to go. So, yeah. Uh the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, vacation time, Freya Fest, taking off work early. Yeah, no wonder everybody when I say I have squirrel moments and there's no rhyme or reason to what the fuck I'm talking about or where I'm going with things, it pretty well sums it up right there. Freya Fest is a 2-day festival on National Women's Day. So there was a joke that I made on the thing, and so far I don't know if people have caught to where it was, but I thought it was funny because they're like, we had some other names for this, and I was like, I don't think Bitch Fest is quite the thing, and they both started laughing, and I was like, it's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke, and I'm not being serious, it's a joke. So as you can tell, I'm even on my interviews when I'm supposed to be politically correct and politically sensitive or whatever it is, I'm not, because I like to have fun, and if it's at somebody else's expense, then okay, not too worried. But the interview turned out really good. I'm hoping to make it down there. The Friday night show is Galdar. Uh, oh, good lord, odds against which, dude, Smashley has fucking balls. She can growl and scream and do all that stuff. She's a beast on stage. I watched her pull a back to back night. The one time I pulled 3 shows in 2 nights in Wichita, Kansas at 3 different venues. That was kind of a cool thing. So being able to see her 2 nights in a row, I ended up buying some merch from them, a hat and a t-shirt from them still. So I rock that regularly. Hat actually fits fine, kind of nice now since down some of the hair on top. But yeah, it's a 2-day festival. I'm looking at going down there for both nights. There's also another one at the second night at, I think it's a hideout in Wichita, where it's multifaceted, Sin and Scar. Shit, I think there's like one or two other bands. Pretty sure it's on my little flyer sheet thingy. So that one's looking like it's going to be a good one. Hopefully I can bounce back and forth and the venues aren't too far away and I can get back and forth to each one of them. That'd be really cool to be able to pull that one off again. Don't know if I'm capable of doing that. I'm starting to kind of get to that point where I'm getting fucking old. So, interlude with another show announcement. We have Lucid Karma, Nameless King, Bad Blood, and Lid Killer Saturday, March 23rd at Phoenix Bar and Grill in Victoria, British Columbia. So, another Canadian show, which is still fucking cool that I'm getting posts about Canada. Let's see, Ryan Brooks and the Shepherd Calling with Call Me Ishmael and Stacy Sears at 3-2 or March 2nd at Monica House. Oh, I'm not answering that one. Monica House in Wichita, Kansas. So let's see what else we got. Denver Rock and Roll Originals at Sean's Tavern. So it'd be Sunrise Drive, Volts, Delicious, Delirious, something, and Abbey Tonic. That is March 16th. Oh, there it is. It's Friday Night Live, March 1st at the Dirty Mule with Had Enough, DJ something, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to read all this. DJ Bo Peep, Amistad AD, and Insomniac. So that is Friday, March 1st at the Dirty Mule down in Pittsburgh. Chasing Supernova is going to be in Casper, Wyoming for the Ladies of Metal. Also at Oil City in Casper, Wyoming. Chasing Supernova is awesome. They got a new video or a new song out that I'm planning on doing a reaction review video for. I've got quite a few that I have in the process that I need to just sit down and do. At the Breakdown Palace, there's Nick Lytle featuring Trey Billsback on the first, and Maloney's Live Music, Council Bluffs, Iowa, DJ Atomic with guest performances on, not sure when that is, that's coming up. There's also Damien's at Maloney's Irish Pub in Council Bluffs on Saturday the 2nd. And Candlelight Sessions, Intimate Candlelight Acoustic with Chris Jones, Thursday, February 29th. Oh, shit, that's today. All right. And that's at Mahoney's Live. So head on over there and check that out. There's also the St. Patrick's Party at Kundran's Keg in Humphrey, Nebraska with live rock and roll from Deja Vu. I'm going to be going to see them tomorrow. No, Saturday. Saturday. Oh, where is the end of this? Oh, Lord. Oh, never mind. We are not done. We have a little ways to go still. Okay, there's Deja Vu. All right, 420, Pound of Flesh, Cadillac Blood, Castle Black, Crimson Asphalt, which you guys need to check those out. I did a reaction review video for them. And Lamar Wetsuit will be at the Atria in Oshawan, Ontario. I think I said that right. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Sinners and Saints will be at the first, March 1st will be at Mahomie Maloney's in Council Bluffs. I'm going to be posting all these things to my Facebook page, which is going to take a little bit of time to highlight all of them, post them all. And then Saturday, March 25th in Belton, Missouri, Beneath the Skin, Maltic, Oxytoxin, Stony Doom, and Chronimium at Happy Hour, Roadside Bar and Grill in Belton, Missouri. So I'm slowly getting through all of these, and there is quite a few still to go. Oh, geez. We're going to go ahead and take a pause from saying all the concert things because there's a lot of names trying to figure out pronounce and everything like that. Also, tomorrow, I will be mentioning whether or not I have a random UA, which, if I do have a random UA, you had better believe that I am going to make a big fucking scene at work. And there was also going to be Facebook posts that I had a random UA and I feel profiling because I said I was going to smoke on an imaginary day. So, I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at. I still think that shit's funny because most people will not make jokes like this at work. And also, the part about this joke that makes it funny is I had to send my daughter a message who I promised her years and years ago that I wouldn't do drugs again. Keep in mind, I've been clean for 13 years now, somewhere in this. What's up, Gravestone? So, yeah, I had to make a promise to her. Sent her a message about the getting high comment so she would be on the heads up so she wouldn't start yelling at me because I don't need her trying to kick my ass. I don't. She already wants me to go up there for her 21st birthday. God knows why she'd want. So yeah, hey, it was a big accomplishment, and well, I take more pride in being clean than I do being sober because I'll still have a drink here and there, but it's not that big of a thing for me anymore. I don't have to battle that demon. So yeah, it's cheers to drinking water and sober, clean living. God damn, I got old. Also, Gravestone. Yes, Gravestone. If memory serves me right, and I highly doubt it fucking does. Memory did serve me right. All right, Gravestone, Friday, May 10th at the Cosmic Eye Brewery in Lincoln, Nebraska. It is going to be Molten, Chasing Supernovas, Gravestone, and Flaw. There's not been very many bands that I've been wanting to let's see, Flaw was a band I got back into in high school. Like I'm pretty sure I have gone through like 6 of their fucking CDs. No, I've got both their CDs. I've got I'm pretty sure I went through their first one at least once or twice and always love their stuff. This My Letter I think is one of my favorite songs. Like it's a very cool song. I'll always have liked how it's done. And so Flaw has been one of the few bands I have really, really wanted to catch, but they never came through here. Then they broke up, then they got back together, and they broke up and they got back together, and then they weren't touring and all this stuff. So Flaw is one of the bands that if I get the opportunity to, I want to go fucking see them because I know they have the same vocalist. And if I make it there, obviously I'm gonna buy a ticket because I support all my friends and do that stuff. But I'm going to need to pull a favor from my friends in those 3 bands. You guys have to get me to meet. And Gravestone has tickets if you're needing tickets to that show. I need to pull a favor from you guys because of you being my friends and I'm being your friends. Uh I will be at the show, but I need you guys to get me backstage so I can meet Flaw. Like I'm asking a small little thing. Maybe I can get an interview with them. You know, I can hope, but I think I've covered all. Yeah, actually, I've covered all the local bands on that bill. So, like, Yeah, what kind of friend are you? It's like, okay, look, dude, I'll I'll show up, just let me help me get to meet this band. Like they're one of the bands I want to meet. Like I'll even go find all my CDs and shit and be like, look, I actually own the physical copies and you can look at the back, they have been used. I didn't just go out and buy them. Can I do an interview? See, this is the fun thing about having friends in in like the music scene. Like, you never ask them like, "Hey man, I'll be there, but get me into your show for free." Because I know being in a band, that was always the thing that pissed me off. Like people were like, "Man, I'll help carrying gear if I can get it for free." Dude, it's 5 fucking bucks. What do you need to just $5? You've already got 4 packs of cigarettes on you. You can't afford $5. Like, I will pay for all my shit. Just let me help me get to meet the bands. Like, we'll give you a shout out in the interview video. Like that's this is how friends support friends. Like you do these little things and you never ask for much. I'm asking to interview a band, and then I also need to interview Chasing Supernova and Gravestone that night. As long as I can get up there, which I'm gonna try like hell. That's one band that it's funny. Like, okay, help me meet this band, and then I'll interview you guys as well. So like it's I think I'm adding more work to my workload, but it's totally worth it because of like Juicy Wheelie and Gravestone all shared my post about doing the podcast thing. And I greatly appreciate all the support and the kind words you guys said. It really was very humbling and very heartfelt and kind of made me at work go, damn, I got great friends. So I want to give you guys a shout out and the appreciation that I have for you guys because I know you guys appreciate what I do. So just showing the love back because you kind of have you don't have to. It's very well uh taken when you support everybody. A lot more things are able to get done. And then let's see, Saturday, May 4th, Stony Wars. Oh dear God. Okay, oh, this thing's not going to show the picture. Okay, you'll have to check out my fucking news feed tomorrow. In Manhattan, Kansas, Stony Doom and Friends live music, costume contest, giveaway, food, drinks, local venues in Manhattan. I didn't even realize Manhattan still had concerts. Like, I know they got Terror Tractor. I didn't even realize they still had shows going on. I'm kind of impressed. St. Patty's Day Slam, Mark Miller, John Woodson's Leg, From the Pariah, 19 Never, and Consent. Man, I'm gonna have to look that band up and find out what the hell their name is. They're at John Barleycorn's Rock and Roll Mall in Wichita, Kansas. Oh, let's see. Vivo Live, Southwest Rising Star Tour 426. There is Almost Guilty, Sinful, Rage is My Rival. Oh, I am going to Beneath the Skin, Space Jockey, She Hates Me Not. Ooh, 11 After. Those guys are fucking good. I like them. Nine Left Dead. Tretera, I think. Psycho Match and Dime Store Riot. 12 bands at the Vivo for 20 bucks on April 6th. So that's a hell of a fucking lineup. I did see that he joined. Now I'm more kind of curious. There was one post that Rages or I shit, who was it? One of the bands they posted like their upcoming shows, and it was funny because because members of both band there are members that also are in both bands. Sinful and Rage is My Rival. They have they share members in between the two bands. And one band was going to be in Colorado and the other band was going to be in Kansas City on the same fucking day. And I was like, you might have a typo on that one. They're like, hang on, let us fix it. They're like, all right, we got it fixed. I was like, okay, because I wanted to know how the fuck that was going to happen, honestly. That was one of the more interesting things. But yeah, seeing Sonny B with Rage is My Rival. Rage is My Rival is already a badass group. I haven't seen them since they had some member changes and some lineup changes, but they're a great group of guys. Uh, Shit, when was the last time I saw them? It's been a little while. But yeah, Rage is My Rival is a great group of dudes. Sonny B is going to add some energy and charisma to it because that dude's a great guitarist and a great solo act. I really enjoyed being able to catch up and talk to him and see him for the first time. I ended up catching him at Dyson's Upper Deck with like three other local bands. And when I started saying who I was, people started recognizing me by my name. And it was funny. One guy walks up to me and everybody else is like, "Oh, you know him?" I was like, he's like, "Yeah, dude, I used to fucking work with him. He was usually the guy that fucked shit up. So I had a job." So we ended up talking for a while. It was a good time. And yeah, but Rage is My Rival. It's gonna be an interesting addition to it because I also want to know how that's gonna work because Sonny's in like northwestern-ish Kansas, and Rage is My Rival is like southeastern Kansas. So that's gonna be an interesting one all in itself to see. Let's see. We also have at the Cove. Where the hell is this? Oh, Norfolk. Oh, Norfolk. Oh, you sons of bitches. This is Rival Within, Evil Shadows, Raw Toast, Bear Rant. Let's see. I got two alls on that one. God damn it. That one is going to be on my birthday weekend. So I've got to figure out on that weekend because let's see. I don't know if, well, I know there is like 2-night festival thing where it's a whole bunch of death metal at the Cosmic Eye Brewery, and it's also on the 26th and the 27th. There is PKP, Phil Kublik Project, and Cliche are going to be playing at the other side for PKP's second album release party. Is also on April 27th. There's the show in Norfolk with Evil Shadows on April 27th. There's a I don't know if this one's still going on, but I think there was a mental health one that was supposed to be on April 27th as well in Kansas City. That one kind of has been hit or miss where I've heard stuff and then it just kind of falls off the face of the earth. And then it comes back and then it falls off the face of the earth. And let's see, there's also King ISO with his tour coming up with Lex, Bratcher, Tabo, The Truth, Unconventional Kings, DJ Doc with Royal Music, Nino Benz, Sky Manor, Nebraska Olics, and to be announced. That's it. That I oh that's April 13th at the other side. So I almost kind of want to check that one out. There's also another one there that's I've got a flyer to mention on. There's also Paisley Jennings, Siphon, and Cheap Death at Grace Keg, March 2nd, for just $5. Ooh, this one looks like it's going to be a good one. Mortalist. Oh, God. The Coventry Sacrifice. Those guys are fucking brutal as hell. And Chimeras. I'm probably not saying that name right. Oh, we're getting towards the end. Oh, wow. We are not getting towards the end. I still got another like 10, 15 to go. Let's see this. Outpost Liverpool is in Nutty, Kaif, Nameless. Uh, I'm not even sure where the hell that one is. Might have to look up some more bands. I think I'm starting to find more bands that I need to check out. Grave Huffer, Mass, Hatred, Modern Primate, and All Your Sins official at the Cobra in Nashville. Man, I'm hitting like Midwest and everything else. Oh, let's see. Gravehuffer, Partheon, Nephilim, I think. Grand and Inquester. That one is in Memphis, Tennessee on April 13th. There is a shitload of shows coming up. Let's see. We'll do one more and then we'll go back to random talking about random shit. Gravehuffer. Gone. Oh, Dema. Some of you people need to start making easier fucking band names or put it in legible shit that I can read. Genodema. I'm probably not saying that one right either. It'll be on the Facebook page. Go check it out. Grimstalker and Candlelight Apocalypse, I think. That is April 27th in Overland Park at the Vivo. Man, some of these, like, if you look at some of the names, they'll like plaster them on it and it looks like just okay. We're going to get a pen and a piece of paper. Okay, now watch how I am going to write these band names. Ah, now you figure out what death metal bands names these are. Because I sure as fuck can't, and I just made it up. So, yeah, seeing some of the names and looking at it going, I don't have the slightest fucking clue. We get teased about Evil Shadows. You guys make it legible. I can at least read that shit. It's not like some of these where it looks like a drunk 3-year-old decided to finger paint on the wall. Not trying to bash the names, but if you're going to put it on flyers, at least be kind and put parentheses underneath it for people like me who are trying to read these things and we can figure out what the fucking band names are. It helps, and then we can also go look them up to see if there's something that we want to go watch. I mean, that just also is kind of a good idea. Like, oh, they want to go find what these bands are. So we're going to make it legible so we can go check it out. Just saying, I know that Wheelie has been doing that on like some of the flyers that he's got for Why Bother have been coming out, have been doing that. We also have Grave Huffer, Mistakes, and Rant at, what was this one at? This one's in Joplin at the Blackthorn Pizza and Pub. So that one's coming up on March 29th. And this is one I'm getting ready to look forward to because I'm going to be covering and doing photography at this one. And I'm going to try to push, hopefully I can get like able to interview all the bands as long as I get, okay, 7 is when the doors open. So hopefully I can get there early enough that I can be able to interview it. But it's Ritz with his Back for More tour with Simo Ski, Noble Poet, the Bob, and Jance Rain at the Other Side in Kearney, Nebraska on March 28th. That's one I'm looking forward to. There's also a Comic-Con going on in Grand Island on March 30th, if memory serves me right. It's a Comic-Con thing. All the nerdy people are going to be out there. Me and my children are going to be out there. I'm shit. I need to message the people about the Comic-Con thing and see if I can set up an interview this weekend with me being already back in GI in Grand Island for the show up there. If I can set up a time to meet with them earlier that evening and do an interview with them about their upcoming event, the artists that they've got, the sponsors, all that stuff, and basically kind of nerd out and see where they stand on things. So hopefully I can get that set up. Cross the fingers. And hopefully I can get hopefully I can have the interview, the opportunity to maybe talk to and interview some of these artists that are coming through. They've got one of the comic book writers that did a bunch of comic books. There's so much information rattling Captain Kirk. No, I think I'm gonna put a Spider-Man hat on or Spider-Man helmet. Well, there's actually this one not even Spider-Man. There's a TV or it's an anime that me and my children watch called Fairy Tale, which if you look right there is a poster for it. It's Fairy Tale, which is a magical guild, and they have a new or they have a weekly or a magazine that comes out, and they've got this reporter, and he's got the little like reporter name tag, and he's got this goofy ass hair. But every time he sees one of these wizards, he's like, "Oh my god, it's there!" And he's taking pictures, like he's just running all over the place, acting like a complete jackass. He's like, "Oh my god, it's there! Ah! Oh, it's great!" Ah! So I might have to dress up as him, but I'm still gonna dress up as me. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I think it'd just be funny. My kids are just gonna be like, "Give us money, leave us alone, let us go buy cool nerdy shit." So that's usually what we do with those. They walk off, they've got their money spent in like 10 minutes. They're like, "Okay, we're ready to go." It's like, no, I've made it past the first booth. Like, I'm not ready to leave yet. Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie looks fucking cool as shit. So this year we got Deadpool and Wolverine, we got the second Twisters movie, and we've got Ghostbusters coming out. So I'm kind of excited for those three. So that's where my whole like my daughter wants to go see the new Twisters movie. So I think when that comes out, man, I'm gonna take the kids out to go watch a movie, which it doesn't happen very often because well, movies are expensive. But the last one we went to was Five Nights at Freddy's on Halloween at the theater, and there's one part near the end of the movie that something happens that I had called way before we went to see this movie. And when it happened, there's not a whole lot of people in the theater, but when it happens, I told you so. The kids start laughing. Dad, shut up. Like, I fucking called it. I knew it. I was right on that one. Ha! Not very often am I able to call something, but it was one of those ones where it was very fucking obvious throughout the movie. So, we are coming up near. This is the last round of concert show announcements. This is going to take a while to do this post later tonight. And at March 23rd at Westport Brewery in Kansas City, Missouri, we have Mechanized, Burn the Gates, Barrage, and the Hazard Margits. Something. Sorry, my mistake if I fucked up your name. We also, March 23rd, we have Rage is My Rival with Sinful and Why Bother at shit. Oh, the Lelands in Pittsburgh, Kansas. So there is that one. Keep in mind, the sooner you post a thing on my thing, the further down in the show you get. All Joplin, all ages, the Itch, Grave Huffer, and the Electric Motherfuckers at the Blackthorn Pizza and Pub. You know what? I just want to go see what the Electric Motherfuckers sound like. I'm intrigued by that name. And let's see, we already mentioned the Gravestone official one with Flaw, who they're gonna help me try to get an interview as long as I show up. And then we have May the 4th be with you at Barleycorns. See, this is Barleycorns did it right. This one's a good one. See, we have Absolutely Sway. We have Carving Canyons. We have Tetrafuse, and we have Amistad AE at Barleycorns. They have parentheses underneath all of them. So that has been very, very helpful. And we also have Victoria, BC, and Nanaimo, British Columbia. Oh, those are British Columbias. All right, we got some other Canada shows. So far, we've covered most of the US and some of Canada. So the show flyer idea is starting to pop off. Also, one of the other cool things about doing that is one of my friends tagged me in a post on a Wichita one that he did where he's like taking a page out of Redbeard's playbook. Where are the shows at this weekend? And it's like, dude, that's awesome. And I'm not the only one that has been doing this. There are other sites that do it. And I think it's great because if, and I got to do better at this where I need to start making sure I download or I add them all, make a big ass post, and then I share the post to try to help promote it. So, or to promote the shows, which is something I got to start working on doing better. Sometimes by Thursday after the podcast and after everything's all done and settled, I'm a little fucking tired and I just want to go to bed. Or I just want to lay in bed and stare at my phone. Or like right now, I have to look up computer shit because I don't know anything about computer. I rock a fucking laptop to do all my stuff. And I'm looking at getting a PC, but they're like, oh, you need like dual core processors and you need this many gigs of RAM and you need this much hard drive and you need like, dude, I just want to edit photos and edit videos. Well, if you have this god damn it. And then one of the sales clerks saw me because apparently I'm getting to that point where I'm old school enough that he's like, see this one? It has all these cool lights on it. I was like, I don't need the fucking lights. I just need the thing to do what I need it to do so I can edit photos and edit videos and do it at a faster pace than what I'm doing right now. And he's like, well, it's got all I was like, I don't need all the fancy shit. It's going to be under my computer desk. It ain't going to look cool. I'm not going to have it up on my little bitty ass computer table. Well, and then we are talking to another sales associate, and it was hilarious because he goes, it's got all those things. And I was like, yeah, the fucking lights. And I like keep rolling. And he goes, dude, every time you say that, you roll your eyes. I'm like, I'm not one of those people. I don't need the fancy shit. I just need it to do what I need it to do. Well, my dad's 46 and has all the fancy lights, and cool for him. I was like, more power to you. Just for me, I don't need all that shit. I was like, I just needed to edit photos and edit videos and run fast so I can get more shit. And it all costs money. And my biggest thing with all the cool lights on it, I was like, that adds money to my electric bill. And I'm the one paying for this shit. I don't need to increase my electric bill. I already got kids that have, let's see, I got to have my laptop on. I got to have my phone on. I got to have my handheld game system on. I got to have the TV going on. Like one fucking device. If I'm watching TV, I am watching TV. I'm not watching TV and I'm not on my phone. If I'm on my phone, I'm not watching TV. I can't do the two. But if you set me down to do a podcast, I will do 3,000 things inside of my head to get it all to come out right and be said in the way that it needs to be said. But if you need me to sit down and focus on one thing, I'm either focusing on the TV or I'm focusing on my phone or I'm focusing on the game. I'm not doing multiple things. And once I sit down to play a video game, I am playing the video game. I'm not doing anything else. That's why if you listen to any of my online gaming stuff, I am not talking. My son, on the other hand, you put him in front of a game, that dude will talk and 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 never shut up, which is a great skill for a game streamer. You have to be able to focus on the game and be able to randomly talk. I cannot do that because I am focusing on the game, and that is my escape from whatever shit I have going on outside of my little game world. If I am playing a video game, I am focusing on it. This is my escape from reality. I can just go in there and destroy demons and fuck shit up and not have to worry about it. So I'm not going to be talking unless we're playing Grand Theft Auto and he is on the game with me. Then the commentary is fucking hilarious because he's doing dumb shit, which I'm making comments about. I got one video that I wish the audio would have came out because he's driving around and my found out on the game you can flip people off. So I'm on the video game just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. He runs into something, I turn and look at him and fuck you the whole time and just having a blast and laughing hysterically. And then we decided to take on a train. Our car did not turn out very well, but it was a hell of a fun game time. It was a great experience with the kid. I was laughing hysterically throughout the whole thing. I wish the audio would have came out. Which Diablo game? Diablo 1, 2? Well, I don't think we can do Diablo 1. They only have that on computer and it's only up for 95. Diablo 2, 3, 4. Actually, I do have 5. I do have 4. I wait. Now, what fucking game are they on? Okay, Diablo 1 is old school, which you run through the catacombs and then you can just like throw your piles of gold everywhere. And then you've got Diablo 2, which you go back to Tristram and you fight all that and you got the cow level. You got Diablo 3, which, oh yeah, I guess they are only on 4. Takes them 10 fucking years to get the damn games out. Dude, that would be awesome to sit down and be able to game, like get a group together on Diablo 4. Yeah, I gotta work on getting my contacts to stay in my. Yeah, I'll definitely hit you up, and I think that'd be fun being able to do some online gaming there. My son's got it, but he doesn't play that game. He's just like, I'll get to it later. I'm like, you suck. But yeah, Diablo 4, we could form a clan with all the metalheads playing. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious. Metalhead clan for Diablo. There we go. But yeah, I would definitely get down on some video gaming. I might actually have to, well, shit. Can I do that this weekend? We'll have to figure out a time. That'd be fun as hell. I usually I usually rock the barbarian or the necromancer. But speaking of Diablo, which these are going I've got two of them. I've got the necromancer because that's the character I usually rock, and I've got the barbarian. They're McFarlane toys. I'm going to be doing a video sometime soon of opening these. But yeah, I got a common one for my barbarian, and I got the epic one, and they've got four different things, and I'm not sure what all the different little gemstones, but they have a mystery weapon. So I want to know what the mystery weapon is. But they have common, rare, and epic. And the common one was just kind of like a brown on it, kind of generic. The and the necromancer, the rare one, his outfit was white, and I thought that was dumb as hell. Like a dude that deals with death, killing shit, you are not going to wear a white outfit. That shit is going to stain, and you're going to have lime and salsa water to get the stains out. Follow Deadpool, and he will explain why you have to have that. So, yeah, I've got a couple barbarians from some of the events that were going on where I rocked some. I got up there in level. I need to sit down and start playing again, but also need to sit down and do a whole bunch of other stuff. So, but yeah, definitely one of these weekends. I think my next 3 weekends are pretty well booked. I got a couple shows. Some shows I'm gonna try to hit this weekend. I've got a 2-day festival, Freya Fest, next week in Wichita, Kansas, at two different venues, and there's another show that I'm gonna try to hit up while I'm down there while trying to do some interviews. So I'm going to be messaging some of my friends down there that are in bands, and hopefully I can run into some friends that I haven't seen in a long time, like my friend Starry Boobs. I've called her that for years and years and years because the only reason is she's got 3 stars tattooed right here on each side. So I called her Starry Boobs, and I was about the only one to be able to get away with it because she likes me and I'm goofy as hell. So she was in my program in my phone for a long time called Starry Boobs. Nobody knew who half the people in my phone were. I knew it because I had nicknames. I literally look like a drug dealer like it literally looked like a drug dealer contract, like Roly Poly, Chewy, uh oh shit. See, Red, Ruthless, Bull in a China Hutch. Yeah, it was like every person had their own unique nickname. There wasn't like Tim and Tom and Jimmy. Like no one had real nickname or real names in my phone. And if you did, it was like shit. I don't think I actually had. Oh yeah, I don't think I had any real names in it. But I knew which contact everyone went with. So that was kind of the impressive thing. Well, I've been doing pretty good. I'm not even tired. It's almost 7:30, and I should probably see if the children need to eat. Well, time for them to figure out how to survive on their own. Yeah, He knows who Chewy is. Chewy is a fucking awesome dude. He's one of the guys. Uh, let's see, one of the last noise fests that they had low gear on it, and it was. I think I just turned 18, so I was just getting into the music scene, and they had a meet and greet with low gear at the House of Sight and Sound, and I got there early because I wanted to meet the band, and he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, I remember Jeff Light. Jeff Light was a good dude. He's the only dude like, okay, if you know Jeff, then you probably know Tracy. Tracy is Starry Boobs. Tracy was Jeff Light's girlfriend for a long, long, long time. So yeah, I remember Hefe and let's see, there was Chainsaw and Steve Frank who was in uh Steel Toe. And let's see. Yeah, but see? And it's hilarious because like I was talking with my friends in Forged by Fire, and like when you start realizing, like we started talking and the amount of shows that all of us went to and had been at, or like I saw your pictures from the mill. I remember going to the mill from time to time, like back in the day. If that's the one I think it is, like out by the railroad tracks with like Croup and Dawson and all those guys. Yeah, we like I ended up doing the meet and greet thing, and Chewy introduced me, and then I like worked security. So, so with Chainsaw, yeah, he actually ended up working for fucking NASA. Apparently, you could be a pothead and a heavy drinker and work for NASA. Granted, I've heard he's cleaned up and doesn't do any of that stuff anymore and got everything figured out, but like works at NASA now. So it's like, so when they say, if you're going to do drugs and drink and be in a band, you're not ever going to work for NASA. Fuck you. Chainsaw did it. So one of the one of the funny things I heard, and like Steve ended up joining Seasons After, and Seasons After had their one hit with Cry Little Sister, and yeah, then they kind of fell apart because apparently if you're in front of your wife who you have 7 kids with, and you're telling your buddies in the band that you're banging all these ladies, she's gonna get pissed off at you and want a divorce, and then you're gonna end up working at Sonic, which I know that's horrible to laugh at, but you made the choice. You lay in the bed. Militia played there a lot. Oh yeah, with Croup and Dawson and Tad and fuck. Oh, who? Derek, Reet, 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 Reet Rock something. Derek ended up. That was when I was hanging out with all those guys, and then we had the house on 13th Street. They used to be the party house, like 2002, 2003. Oh geez. Look at all these repressed memories. I remember one time we had the entire line this entire street fucking lined with cars. Keep in mind, most of the people there were not 21, go figure. So, knock on the door, cars line the street. There are 8 people in the fucking house because everyone else is either hiding upstairs, hiding in the stairwell, hiding where windows cannot be looked in because we had blackout curtains on everything for that reason. We hear the knock. I hop in, me and another friend hop in the closet that the keg is in. We're sitting on the keg, pumping beer, just like, man, fuck it. If they come in, we're already going to jail. We shouldn't be drinking. So, fuck it. Then they open up the door and they go, okay, you guys can come out here. You want a beer? He might have been a bassist, but like, Tad was Anthony Tadikin, who drove a motorcycle. He did bass for a while. Then they had Derek did vocals for for a while there near the end because they were always constantly breaking up and getting back together. Oh, geez, it's like a trip down. Like the fact that I'm pretty sure we've been to at least 15 shows together. If we're still like when we start naming all the people that the crews that we ran with, I'm pretty sure we've partied together. We've done dumb shit together, and neither one of us knew who the other one was. Oh, talk about a wild fucking life. I think Derek might have played bass. I am not 100% sure. But Derek had that big tribal tattoo. Yes, Tatakin. I think that was his name. Yeah, those used to hang out with those guys quite a bit. Dawson used to live down the street from me when I lived uh like '04, right around the time I got married, which he lived down the street from me, so I'd go over there and see him every now and then. So yeah, it's kind of we had the stories and the craziness, and, and now all of a sudden my thing is saying that my security is out of date. Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, back when you could actually and see, I think the reason why none of us remember each other at all these parties is none of us had cell phones that could take fucking pictures worth of shit. So I think that's why none of us can remember it. Not that the drinking or any of the other additives that we were putting in our system had any effect on that, but I'm pretty sure it's mainly the fact that none of us had fucking cameras, so it's all by word of mouth that it's like, "Oh yeah, I went to that show. I was here." And you start figuring out where people were and all that. It's a crazy time. And it's always interesting oh to burp. So yeah, definitely like the Noise Fest and the Circus Bazaar and hanging out with the guys from the House of Sight and Sound and getting yelled at because I left school to go get Slipknot's Iowa from the record store. And I walk in and they go, "Hey, you're here for wait, it is 12:30. What the fuck are you doing here?" Children of God. Well, depending on which God we're talking about. I'm gonna go with the with Loki, the god of mischief. So yes, I'm a child of that one. But yeah, I showed up to the house site and sound like 12:30 to get Iowa, and they look at the clock and they go, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm here for Iowa. I need it. Gimme, gimme." And they go, "Why aren't you in school?" "Because I came here to get Iowa. Gimme, gimme." "Are you going back to school?" "Yes, after I get Iowa. Gimme, gimme." "I only got 30 minutes and I still got to get back to school. Gimme, gimme." So they gave me this, like, I bought the CD, hopped back in my vehicle, drove back to school. I think that was the day that I got in trouble for leaving. Go figure. And get back to school. I walk into lunch and I got my Walkman and my headset and all that. And I walk in, they go, "Where the fuck were you during lunch?" And I was like, "I got fucking Iowa. I got fucking Iowa." So I put it in and I listened to it the rest of the day. I was supposed to be paying attention in Spanish class, but luckily for me, the Spanish teacher knew I didn't know a fucking thing about Spanish, and she just let me listen to my music because I was staying quiet over in the corner. And so I just jammed out to Slipknot, Iowa. Then I went back to the House of Sight and Sound, and after that, I was like, "This is a great fucking album. It is heavy as hell." It was like the heaviest thing I'd ever heard at the time. Keep in mind, I was only like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid who just was getting into metal because I always listened to rap music. The good stuff like Coolio's Gangster's Paradise, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, you know, all the hardcore stuff from the guy from the streets of Salina, Kansas. But yeah, definitely some good times, and I really believe that that is why none of us remember any of us at the parties because there was no fucking cameras because we were all smart enough back then to go, okay, we're heavily drinking. Nobody bring out the little what is that? The little cardboard cameras. Nobody bring out any fucking cameras. Leave all that shit alone. We're not having any proof that we were here, and I think that's why none of us got in trouble is because there was no fucking proof that we were ever where we weren't supposed to be. So definitely made things interesting at the time. And this has actually been a pretty impressive podcast. I got 50 some, which is also weird because that post had like 50 some flyers and every one of them was different. I don't think there was a single fucking duplicate on it. So that was actually very impressive. Now I'm going to have to go find something to eat, see if the kids are hungry, and proceed to upload all the fucking flyers while I'm at home so I can make a post for tomorrow about it because there is no way I'm using my mobile data to make that fucking post tomorrow while I'm at work. It will take for goddamn ever to get that thing taken care of. So yeah, there's a bunch of shows coming up. I'm gonna make my best effort to get to the Flaw show because I really want to see Flaw. And I want to see Molten again and Chasing Supernova, Nova, and Gravestone again because those guys, I've only seen them once, and I've seen Molten 2 or 3 times, and I've seen Chasing Supernova like 2 or 3 times. Nah, actually, I think like 3 times. So I need to get Gravestone up there on seeing them a couple more times. Hopefully, I can get all those interviews taken care of. I think that'd be a great fucking night. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this podcast so I can go eat because I don't think I ate today yet. I had like a honey bun this morning and like a couple granola bars and some crackers. So thank you everybody for the support. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back at this again next week. And pay attention to the Facebook page because that's where all the goddamn flyers are going to be hitting. And I'm going to be sharing the shit out of all of them to all the sites throughout everywhere because, well, they're not just Nebraska based, they're all over the goddamn United States and Canada. I'm becoming, should try to talk to him about getting a fucking passport and a plane ticket to that one festival. And I could be like, look, I'm the first international one out of all you fuckers. That would be hilarious. Be like, look, I cover things in Kansas and Nebraska. I've been to Missouri and covered stuff. And now I went to Canada. And yet I'm not famous, but I'm famous within the local music scene. But I'm also making myself famous. But there's also fame is a fickle thing. And I like where I'm at. I'm also humble enough to know that I greatly appreciate what everybody does for me. And I know how much the support that everybody has for me, I have the same support back. And Sarah's always tuning in so she can laugh her ass off at these things and see the goofy randomness. So, again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to go probably make some French fries because I'm fucking hungry now because I've been talking about food. So, thank you again for tuning in and thank you for all the support. And until next week. We'll see you then. Pay attention. I've got more shit coming out too.